Hey everybody, I am finally getting around to doing this video for you, much requested, how exactly to use Airbnb. So I am going to explain Airbnb, what it is, how to use it, how I use it, some pitfalls you want to stay away from, and also answer any questions in the comments below. Before we get started, I want to go ahead and apologize for this stupid activate Windows thing here. Windows 10 sucks. I'm working out, so yeah. All right, so let's start by going ahead and looking at the front page interface. So as soon as you get into Airbnb, you will notice it's like pretty much any other search engine. They're relatively standardized these days, really, really easy to use. Where do you want to go? Right here, check in, check out, how many guests. So let's go say Barcelona. Barcelona, Spain. All right, and it's the middle of high season right now, so let's try to push it out a little bit. To July. July is fine. July 12th to the 14th. For two, and click search. And I'm a big fan of Airbnb. I've been using Airbnb as a host and as a guest for years now. And I've had nothing but great experiences. So I'm really glad you guys are searching or just watching this video. All right, so this is the primary interface that you actually need to know to use Airbnb. So right here in the left is exactly where you want to start. Excuse me. Right here is your filter panel. You have your dates, the room type, price range, and down here you have more filters for like types of booking, Wi-Fi, pool, stuff like that. Right here, underneath it, it has your listings, and to the right you actually have a Google Map interface into the system. So personally, I always start with right here. Entire home, private, or shared. So let me explain each one of these to you. A shared room is mainly what it sounds like, a bed in another room, like in the same room, excuse me. So basically it's a one-room apartment or a house, and you're sharing the bed or the room with another person. It's pretty straightforward. For me, I've never done it, but I have a few female friends who are also travelers who have done it with other females. And there is a way to make sure it's another female, not some creepy dude. Right here is a private room, which is the most common you will find on Airbnb, is people renting out an extra room in their home or apartment. This is quite very, very common. It sounds, and it's exactly what it sounds like, but Airbnb is a little tricky sometimes. Sometimes you can get lucky and it's an entire floor, or it's an entire like mini apartment above a garage. You just have to like walk to the house to use the bathroom or something like that. So you never know what you're going to get with private rooms sometimes. Right here, entire home and apartment is exactly what it sounds like. So once I've selected a room type, and I tend to go with the entire place. And then I'll come here to the price range. Now, personally, I don't spend more than $100 anywhere I travel, really. So I'm going to go all the way down here. Let's say 103, whatever. And actually, you know what? Just for argument's sake, let's make it $150. A little below the average. So we can see what kind of options we have. All right. So once that, the list of options populates. So say I want to go to Sagrada Familia. I know where that is. It's up here near Santa Maria. There we go, right there, Sagrada Familia. And also right here, Zampo or Simpla. Actually, I know how to say that in Spanish. It sucked though. All right. This is a really, really cool area. This is the new gay district of Barcelona, and there are a lot of amazing restaurants and art galleries and stuff right here in this area. Just a quick travel tip. Yeah, if you can hang out in this area of Barcelona, do it. It's wonderful. So we're looking at around Sagrada Familia. And if you don't know what the Sagrada Familia is, it's a big cathedral that's been built for hundreds of years, and they might finish it someday, but who knows? All right. So I want to stay close to this. All right. This is where I want to go. So I'll look at the map and see, oh man, what do I want? So this one's really close. That one's really close. And that one's really close. But can you guys see the difference in those three? that little lightning bolt. Okay, now that little lightning bolt is important. Why? Because of this. That's called instant book. Instant book works just like a hotel. You literally click the button, you go through, you agree to the terms, etc., and you pay. There you go. That's it. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. And you pay. And you have the place, just like everywhere else. But these, you actually have to request a book. So let me click on one of these and check it out. Click. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking. Now, this is the actual booking screen. And you have to come here and click request a book. Now you request a book. Right here. And you just basically type a message and send them an email. And then she'll respond and she'll block the dates out, or she won't block the dates out. But don't worry, I'll get back to that screen in a minute. Okay? So personally, I prefer to deal with instant books instead of request. Here's why. Instant books are instant. You can actually plan around those immediately because you already have the booking. Um, a request a book, it could sometimes take them days to get back to you, weeks to get back to you, and sometimes they don't get back to you. So I've heard. Me personally, I have never had an issue with a request a book, and I normally get a response back within 24 hours. I think maybe one time it took the guy more than a day, and he got back to me within 2 days. So it's a little bit different. So it it just depends on what you're comfortable with. So if you guys can get instant book, I will highly recommend that. Excuse me, I got distracted by this big squirrel that just jumped on my table. No, all right. I'm back. So I personally prefer to go with the instant book option because it just alleviates all those issues. You may have heard recently about a lot of racism in Airbnb. This is what people are saying. And I don't deny people's lived experience. I would never do that. But I personally, as a black man, have never had an issue. But instant book never is an issue. All right, so they don't have an option. No, there you go. So I would come up here and I would check this one out. Like, oh, that looks pretty good. Let's see what this is. Click on it. All right, and now let's check out the booking page. Now this is the booking screen. And, oh, the price changed down to 64. What was it over here? It was over here was 118. Now it's 82. Now, I don't know what it is about Airbnb, but for some reason this number just fluxes. I don't know what it is. As a host, it never does that. When I set the price is the price. But I don't know. I just don't know, guys. Why this switches up? I have a funny feeling it has to do with the currency algorithm. Because I've noticed that if you pay in the local currency, it's usually a little bit cheaper. So if you can pay in euro, I'm in Bangkok. You can pay in baht. Then, oh, excuse me. There it goes again. Ah, shut up. All right. If you pay in baht, it's a little bit cheaper. But for the purpose of this, I used U.S. dollars. All right. So I always like to start here. I click right here in the middle, and it brings me to the gallery. So this looks like the kitchen foyer area. The walk-in. All right. That's the bedroom, bathroom, kitchen. Simple. It looks good for $82. Looks really good for $82. All right. Then I come down here and I see if there's the prices. Now this is where you would see a security deposit, and hopefully I can find a property that has a security deposit to let you know, and I'll explain that if I do. Actually, I'll explain it anyway. Usually they'll list a security deposit here, and because they aren't allowed to put it here, they'll list it here and they'll expect it upon arrival. So the security deposit usually will be one night, equivalent to a one night stay. So if it's $82, it'll be equivalent to $82, whatever that is. So I like to come down here, amenities, price, description. The description is relatively low. You get a guidebook. I'm not a big fan of this one because I prefer descriptions a lot deeper. House rules, pretty straightforward. No parties or events, not suitable for pets. Yeah, straightforward. And then I'll come down here. Now, this is a cool option that Airbnb has, and I believe they use the Google Translate plugin for this. But you could translate the reviews to English right here. Yep, powered by Google. Use Google. All right. Personally, I think their translations suck because I speak Spanish. Comodo. All right. Okay. So there you go. So that is the booking. So I come here and look here. Now, a lot of people get upset about this. I don't get upset about this, especially because I'm staying in somebody's home, and Airbnb isn't free. So Airbnb charges this fee for using the service. So it's $12 a day or $11 a day, whatever it's going to be. And then a cleaning fee determined by the host. Some hosts do not include a cleaning fee. Some hosts do include a cleaning fee. It's totally their option. Right? So now that this, I'm like, you know what? This looks good. Oh, let me step back. One thing I usually do is I'll compare with a hotel, and I'll go. A lot of people don't know that hotels. Bonus tip: hotels.com. You can search by destination or landmark. So I want to go Sagrada or Familia, Barcelona, Spain. And it's a what date did I pick? I picked the 12th to the 14th. The 12th to the 14th. Say leisure, 2 people. There we go. All right, let's see what our options. Let me go ahead and lower the search to what did I have? 150? Yeah, to 150. So right now I'm looking at this one at $82 a night. Not too far. I was hoping it had the map plugin, but it doesn't. So, Barcelona. This one does not. Alright. Let's do it the hard way. Alright, and this isn't too bad. So 115. Sagrada Familia area. Lodge apartments and blah. You see what I told you? You guys want to stay here. It's amazing. In 2 minutes walk. Alright. 2 minutes walk. But notice how much more expensive these places are, and they largely probably don't have a kitchen. Alright, sorry about that. I don't know, it's very important to whoever that is. Alright. Let's go with 146, 146, 133. Right here. Let's check this out for a comparison. This is $146, and this is what you get for $146 in Barcelona. Let's check out pretty much one option. Alright, one apartment. So this is the apartment. It's really nice, actually. It's a really nice apartment. So that's $146. And this decent apartment. Now the one that's $70 more expensive, it's nicer. But again, it's $70 more expensive. And not even that. Actually, a little about $50 to $60 more expensive. $50. All right. So you decide to book it. You click on Instant Book. There's a spinny spin thing, and it really is simple. You pump it in like, hey, I appreciate you letting me stay here, blah, blah, blah. We'll be arriving at this time. How do we get the keys, etc., etc. Click continue, and then you pay. Simple. Now let's see if I can find something that's more of a pain. Actually, you know what? I know where to look. Bangkok. Now, Bangkok is a very special place because the hotels and Airbnbs here are dirt. I mean, they're disgustingly cheap by comparison to Europe. Let's say, yeah, let's stick it at 151 in Bangkok, same days, and knows everything is already populated. But let's get something. Let me go. I think something near Sukhum would probably be right about here. Let's see what we can get. Cancel those filters out. Um, right here. I know this property. All right. This is located in Phnom Penh. This is M Quartier. This is one of the most exclusive parts of downtown Bangkok. Uh, Put it simply, it's just stupid expensive over here. All right. And, oh, look, a nice couch. I've been at this property, so I know what it looks. I know it very well. And it's a decent, and it's really, it is really comparable to a lot of hotels. It's very comparable to a lot of hotels in the area. But there's one thing about this place I hate. This right here, security deposit. Notice how expensive that is. Let me be clear about something. Security deposits on Airbnb are bullshit, and here's why. There really is very little tracking on these because it's not over here. Airbnb has absolutely no idea if the transaction actually happened. So if I have an Airbnb in Bangkok and then you come, and then I say yes, give me $300 and I'll give it to you when you check out. And you do it, and then I say when you check out, like, oh, you didn't give me $300, or I have no idea what you're talking about. You have nothing to prove it unless we do a receipt of some sort that it happened. I personally prefer to just stay away from that whole struggle and not even waste time with a security deposit. All right. So here, this place actually has some decent house rules and breakdowns. The other place you notice in Spain didn't take the time to actually put in a lot of house rules, but I really appreciate that this place did. So you have no illegal activity, no smoking, no pets, no overnight guests, etc., blah, 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 blah. Please do not leave any garbage on the floor. Guests will be stocked with one roll of toilet paper. I mean, they go into deep details all the way through here. And it's great. I mean, it is absolutely great that they do that. It's wonderful that they do that. And then you come here to reviews. For me, reviews mean a lot. I always like to see what people have to say. This is from people who just stayed here. Space is beautiful and huge, very near M Quartier. Massage center, 7-Eleven around the area. Floors a little dusty when arrived, but Keiko was very helpful in solving that. Like, these are things that I love to look at. And they can't do anything to these. All they can do is reply to these. They can't remove them. It can't be faked unless somebody paid for it. Actually, paid to stay here. It's absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. All right. So, yeah, that's that. One more thing I wanted to show you guys before I go. A really cool feature that I love, and this is more geared towards planners like myself, people who travel a lot. Right here is it's an option called wish list. So, say you're going to go to Barcelona or London or Bangkok in August this summer. You can go and search Bangkok or Barcelona or wherever and create these little wish lists of places that you've seen that you really like that you would like to book in the future. So, for example, right here, Bangkok, easy for me. So, when you click your list, you'll punch in the dates right here. So, I've already pre-punched in some dates for this weekend to guess. So, it uses my own list that I've already created to search. So, I don't have to look at 300, 400 plus listings anymore. I can just look directly here. And it gives you a quick breakdown. $25 per night, quick request to book. $15 a night, instant book. Now, you get a little lower on my list, and it says unavailable for those dates, unavailable for those dates, unavailable for those dates. Now, I want to show you a quick feature. So, say your plans are a little bit flexible, and you really like this place. All right, you can click here, and you can see what dates are available. Wait, excuse me. Not view other listings. It used to clear dates. and give you an option. Right. So he's all booked up for June. I can't book in June, but I could book in July. See? Same with, let's see what this, all right. Come back down here again. It's going to spin. And sometimes, by the way, the price changes. I think I mentioned this before. Some cities are just night and day prices, but some cities stay relatively close. In Thailand, Bangkok is one of those cities. Let's see. Let me go ahead and clear all dates. Booked up through June, booked up through July, booked up through August, available in September. All right. And I'm actually one of those people who books these places for a long period, because I'll look at it and I'll say, okay, if I have a place that is, where are we? $15 a night. All right. So for $15 a night, or well, see what I mean? $14 a night plus a service fee, $5. Whatever. And notice they don't have a cleaning fee. All right. I can book this for cheaper than I could get a private place in a hostel. So if I know I'm going to be somewhere for 2 weeks, I would just rent an Airbnb for 2 weeks. It'll save me money in the long run. And I also, look, I have a kitchen, microwave, and usually it has a little hot plate in places. Really like a little hot plate right here, where I can cook a little something, and save some money that way. All right. So yeah, that's how you use Airbnb, guys. Please, again, if you have any questions, leave them below. Any comments about this video format, if you like it, if you hate it, whatever, go ahead and comment. If you have any Airbnb specific questions, feel free to reach out to me directly. If I can't answer, I can reach out to my contact over at Airbnb, and we can figure it out. But again, thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and just ask me questions. I'm here for you guys. All right. Later.